Okay, well, it looks like everything's running okay. I do apologise for the mess behind me. This is the consequence of Plumbing City. Everything's well, it's going well though. I'm really enjoying, looking forward to seeing my new bathroom in place. Yeah, I'm just going to take it easy tonight. I literally, I was kind of playing around with the idea of doing one of the missions. Not that there's that many to do now. But I thought what I'd do instead is I'd try and find one of, I think, only 4 remaining horseshoes. Because I'm near the jetpack, I'm near Las Venturas. Let me just check. Stats. Achievements. Right, let's have a look. God, it's slow. There we are. 46 horseshoes. Okay, so yeah, I've got 4 to get. So we'll go and have a look and we'll see if I can get one more. I'm really struggling now though. I mean, God, hours have passed and I've not been able to get one, so I'm hoping I can. But at the same time, it is very, very frustrating and very stressful, which is why I ended up doing Riot yesterday, just on the basis that at this point of the game, you're lucky if you can find anything. And yeah, progressing. I mean, just the fact that I'm at 94% already, there's literally only about 5 point something percent left to do in the game. Yeah, so it's going to be really difficult to get to that final percent. Whoa, police car falling off a bridge. Where's he gone? Is he gone? Is he gone? There you are. Oh, I chase you. I chase you. Oh, I'm going to chase you. Anyway, I don't think there's going to be one over there. Right, I'm hoping. I'm genuinely quite stumped now, just kind of thinking where there could be one. So I'm just going to look over here. This is kind of outskirts. I don't think this is actually in Las Venturas, but we will look anyway. We will just quickly have a quick look. Yeah, the reason I'm playing GTA is I'm seriously procrastinating doing all the cleaning I need to do. I mean, because I've never had a plumbing, like a bathroom fitted before. I discovered the hard way last night that there's a lot of cleaning involved. And obviously, well, actually, most of the kind of what I can do, I had to roll my bed away today because the radiator was being installed in this room. I've got a radiator in this room, so that's awesome. At long last, I'll be able to have some heat in here, which is very, very exciting. But yeah, I had to get up early, roll everything away. What else? I feel like basically I did not wake up on the right side of bed this morning. I woke up and it was absolutely, well, it was pitch black. And I woke up at about just before 7. And I was just thinking, Christ, I am so pleased that I'm not commuting again because I have not missed this. But yeah, pissing it down with rain. It was just really just awful, awful weather. And it just sapped the energy out of me. I'd not had that many hours sleep because I'd sat up late playing this. I'd not really had much kind of time. I didn't know what to expect with this in terms of whether I'd be able to just kind of crack on and do things. And today I didn't really feel like I could, because the thing is, this is happening in different stages. So like today, yesterday it was basically just the bathroom was getting ripped out. Today the electricians came in to fix spotlights, and the plumbers had to go in through the ceiling and everything. And basically, yeah, there was a lot of people in my house. Now there's still a virus going around, and I don't know how comfortable I felt with lots of people all in one space. In my space as well. To be fair, at the moment I've got, there's so much dust in my lungs anyway. That's probably a bigger concern. But I just, it felt like I didn't really want to get under their feet. They know what they were doing. They just cracked on. And the amount of work that they've managed to get done in 2 days is actually spectacular. And the fact that I've had 2 radiators installed, I've had my spotlights put in. I've basically had all the plumbing kind of set up for the suite to go in, which may or may not be arriving tomorrow, but it's going to be later in the week, if not next week, when that's going to be going in. So, yeah, big job. But yeah, literally, I because this room has got, the room that I'm in now, you know, has got my computer, and I can just fiddle around and do quite a lot in here. And I just genuinely, you know, as I say, I just kept out of everyone's way so they could crack on. But I didn't really have anything to do, which is brilliant. You know, God, I think about last week when I was talking about how my head was going to explode and I got too much to do. But at the same time, you know, I felt a bit guilty because these guys were just going all out and just doing so much, and they're literally, you know, going to go to sleep at about 8 o'clock tonight. Whereas I was literally, I felt like I was falling asleep in the day. And I had just, you know, I had nothing to do. Well, I did have things to do, but I kind of just took advantage of the time just to fully procrastinate, just to kind of take it easy, chill out. And yeah, I read my book a bit. But yeah, basically just kind of sat in a comfy chair, watched squirrels, taking nuts from my bird feeders and burying them in my garden. So I was literally like, I've just ordered some more nuts, and I was thinking, should I just put less out? Because basically these, you know, I'm more or less watching the squirrels just taking them away and burying them in my garden. Maybe I should just bury them in my garden myself. Anyway, you know, they've got to eat as well, like come the winter. So it was quite nice to just sit and watch, and something so mindless like that, I was just really glad at the time to have it. But you always feel a bit guilty if you're basically just sat on your laurels while you know, everybody around you is just like running around like a headless chicken. And it's been very rare, extremely rare, that I've felt like that. But yeah, I mean, today I was kind of itching to, you know, do something and feeling just a bit guilty. But I think I needed this rest time. I think I needed a little break from everything just to feel right again. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited how it's coming on. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, the shower's been got now, and a lot of the stuff that was kind of stressing me out, I mean, it's a big unknown to me, so there's like, you know, parts that I don't know what parts need to connect, what's an essential part, and you know, this is not my thing. But no, the guys who were doing it, as I mentioned yesterday, they're really nice. I feel totally comfortable having them in my house, and no, it's really nice. I think also, like, you know, we'll stay mates after all this and, you know, meet up, so that'll be good. But yeah, God, they've been busy as well during this period, because a lot of people are just kind of getting, you know, new bathrooms or various kind of, you know, plumbing adventures kind of sorted. So yeah, but no, it's been nice. You know, I've been so glad that I've taken the time off. I don't think I could have worked while this was being done. I'm just conscious that, yeah, despite the fact I've not really done much, I've probably felt a bit restless because I've been, you know, kind of not wanting to get under people's feet and maybe not as proactive and productive as I thought I would be. I mean, this was meant to be the week that I would be getting back into exercise, and yeah, that has not happened at all, so whoopsie daisy. Hopefully I'll pick up again. But yeah, I don't know that it's going to be tonight, and I mean, I should really be having dinner now. I had a measly lunch because it just felt a bit kind of awkward while things were being sorted just to kind of make a full lunch, and there's just a lot happening at that time, and yeah, I don't know, I just found it really difficult just to switch off and act like I was, you know, just in my own house just doing things as usual. So yeah, I'm quite hungry and I do need to make dinner quite soon, but I've got some prawns defrosting and they could probably use an extra hour, so, or at least an extra half an hour. They've been out for about half an hour anyway. So yeah, that can get done while I'm attempting to find those remaining horseshoes, but so far, not good. Same problem as before. So I'm just trying to find little nooks and crannies that I might have missed. I'm trying to go low instead. I don't know, they could be absolutely anywhere, but We'll try and see if we can find them. It'd be good if we can, but it has been difficult this far. But the advantage is, the more times I'm doing this, the more I'm ruling places out and kind of going, right, well, I've done this to death, I'm not going to go there again. But yeah, only 4 to find. It's going to be difficult. Oh, anyway. Yeah, with regards to COVID, another sad milestone today. It's hit. There have been more than 1 million deaths in the world, and I can't believe this has happened within 9 months. 9 months, 1 million deaths. It's crazy. And I still find it amazing. You know, I see people saying, people die of cancer every year, more people die of cancer. Like, that's any kind of comparable kind of, you know, they're not comparable at all in the slightest. Like, a lot of these deaths can be avoided if people just wear a mask. It's as simple as that. And my PPE costs, like, you know, less than £1 for a mask. You've got actually situations where a lot of kind of developing countries are actually doing better than the developed ones, because a lot of people in developed countries think that it's an infringement of their human rights to not just be able to do whatever the hell they want. It's bloody stupid. I just think it's only going to hit people if they know somebody who's died. If it happens to them, they see the impact of this. And it just makes my blood boil when you think of the medical workers who are almost, in the early stages here in the UK, they were the ones being clapped for. And it's almost like people are just fully taking them for granted. It's like, they are going to be working excessive overtime again, like they were in the early stages. What are you going to do? Go out and clap for them? They don't want that. They don't want this, People moaning that they can't go out to the pub after 10 o'clock. And it's like, do you think these people, do you think that's one of their major concerns? Like, they have a job to do and they're just going to be working overtime because, some people don't want to wear a mask. And I've seen it in my local shop, and it really did kind of upset me a bit. Like a few days ago, I went to my local Tesco, and that's just reminded me I need to get some garlic. I might have maybe one. I don't think I've got a bulb, but I might have a clove in my freezer. I hope so. If not, I'll have to do without garlic for what I'm making. Basically, as I was walking up to the shop, there was somebody not wearing a mask, and I could just tell he was on the way to the shop. He was not going to wear a mask. He got this certain kind of what my parents called the cock walk, literally like his cock was too big, and really strutting his stuff, and really overcompensating. Didn't have a mask, and the woman. In my local shop basically just said you can't come in without a mask, and she kind of blocked the entrance. And I didn't know what was going to happen, whether he was going to get aggressive or what, but he did actually turn away. But then as I was coming out of the shop, I saw this woman coming in, and she purposely, the shop assistant, had her back to, she was turned to one side. And she purposely turned away from her, because she didn't have a mask on. And the shop assistant said you can't come in without a mask, having noticed that she'd picked up a basket and tried to kind of scurry away. She just went, I don't have one, sorry. And I didn't know what was going to happen then next. She'd basically just decided she was just going to march on ahead and do her shopping regardless. And the shop is literally, as I was, I was leaving, so I didn't catch the end of it. I heard the shop assistant yell at her, "Excuse me." So I think there might have been some kind of, really her putting her foot down and saying, we are not going to serve you, or you cannot come in here without a mask, and you should know this. Which was, on the one hand, good to see that people were kind of, that shop assistants were putting their foot down and saying, hello, this is a public health emergency. Just because you're lazy or idle or arrogant, doesn't, why do you think the rules don't apply to you? It was good to see on, that was one side of it. But the other side of it was, I used to work in a shop when I was still in high school. I had a student job at what was then Safeway, as it kind of got bought out by Morrison's, so I basically worked at both during the handover. You know, I had sometimes, I used to get occasionally patronising comments from people, or people who'd talk to you like you were stupid. I'd sometimes get aggressive customers, I'd get drunks. But, you know, it really kind of, the thing that upset me was the fact that it should be nobody's responsibility working in a shop, a supermarket, you know, just, you know, a place where food is sold, to be a security guard. Like, that is a lot of pressure to put on anybody. And it made me just kind of think, God, you know, I know there's all the, you know, we're clapping for medical workers and stuff, but these people are in real danger of getting some aggressive people, like, attacking them or whatever. And it's, you know, I just can't, you know, imagine myself in that kind of, you know, back in this role, having to deal with something like that. And it really did upset me, because I thought, you know, there are people who are only 16, 17 doing these jobs, and it's going to harden them, or it's going to break them. It'd be, you know, incredibly upsetting. And I just really felt for the shop assistant. I almost wanted to turn around and, like, you know, kind of give her a hug. I know you can't because of a virus, but yeah, no, I really felt for her and just thought, you don't need this. Like, you know, this is not, with everything going on, this is just not what you need, and this is it's just pointless. Like, you know, that somebody could cause like a fight or whatever over this. Someone who just can't be bothered to wear a mask. And seriously, like, yeah, both the people that I saw, I know that some people have exemptions from wearing masks, but the amount of people that I see not wearing a mask, I think there's been one occasion when I've been in my local supermarket and I've seen an older woman, and she's probably got an underlying health condition. She looks quite, yeah, she looked older. I wouldn't say she looked feeble, but, you know, she didn't look like, the majority of people I have seen, they've been a certain age. They've either been teenagers or they've been like early 20s. 99% of them men, sometimes with a friend, arrogant walk, and you just, you know, you just think you look like an idiot. Like, you know, what makes you think that this virus is not going to put you in an ICU unit? You have no idea. But I don't know. You know, I've mentioned it before. I think a lot of people, they don't know how to deal with this power control being taken away from them, you know, being seen to be strong. They don't like the idea that this virus could make anybody weak, and they feel like they have to overcompensate because they're not knowledgeable on it. They don't know that they can fight it, but they have to still kind of, you know, be the big man. Anyway, yet again, another fantastic rant from Kerry. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't even, you know, when I spoke to my parents about this, and they're kind of, I think to some extent, they're a lot more relaxed than I am, for sure. But, you know, my mum's had a few health problems, and she's relatively kind of blasé about it. I don't know whether it's because she's older or whether, you know, maybe it's the kind of newspapers that she reads. But, like, I don't know that she would have expected me to see me with something like this, so scared. I mean, forever I've not been I think I've been, you know, she's probably thought I've been pretty fearless. And definitely not somebody who has been really actually that kind of concerned with their health. Like, she's always been nagging me, like, you know, you've got to get, you know, maybe you should get this checked, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. And I'm always just kind of dragging my feet about it. But with this, yeah, I think, you know, I literally kind of put my foot down with her and was like, you will not go to the shop without a mask. Like, you know, do not even risk it. Because I don't think people have really thought through the stages of what having this virus kind of, you know, the impact that it would have on your life. It would it would be life-changing. Like, you know, I think people just kind of think, well, you know, if I got sick, I'd deal with it. It's like, you might go into a hospital and never see your family again, because they're not going to be able to come and visit you. You're going to be seen by people in quarantine suits. It's all going to be extremely faceless. I don't know how much care you think you're going to get, because if everybody thinks like you, then the healthcare system will be completely overburdened. And I mean, it could kill you, literally. Like, I can't say this enough. It's killed healthy doctors in their 20s and 30s, people who are meant to be the epitome of health and hygiene. And maybe I've just had too much exposure to it in the media, or maybe I've actually seen, you know, the media in a country that's managed to handle it well scare me senseless into believing that this is terrifying. But I just think, why do people still not think that it is? I find it amazing. You know, I've actually seen someone today, like a friend, saying, well, people die of another illness more every year. How come we don't have, you know, live kind of updates on this and the death count and such like this? It's like, this is a pandemic, and how many of those deaths could have been avoided if people just wore a mask? Like, I don't know, I just find it mad. And the thing is, some of the stuff I've seen in terms of, you know, people resistant to wearing masks and making a load of rubbish about, you know, oh, they can't breathe when they're wearing one, it's so restrictive. I don't think they realise that in China and a lot of other countries in Asia, people wear masks in winter anyway, like normally, like pre-COVID. So, I mean, I used to see it was really common in, like, you know, yeah, the winter months in Shanghai, that if someone had a cold, they'd wear a surgical mask, or they'd wear like a cloth mask, basically. And I remember thinking that was kind of odd. But, you know, they adapted to it, and, you know, I came to know afterwards that, yeah, okay, maybe it had something to do with SARS, that people were just that little bit more cautious. But also, yeah, the more I've kind of thought about it now, in terms of, you know, in a COVID-19 era, I've thought, well, also it kind of protects others because it's a huge country. And it means that you're not passing germs on to other people whose lives, you know, you could be disrupting, and their jobs, and particularly in schools as well. Like, you know, it means that the whole class isn't going to get sick or whatever. And you've got this culture of everybody throws the windows open in the death of winter. Again, these were things that, you know, I've come to kind of gradually understand by living in the country, that when I first rocked up, I didn't really get. I was like, you know, why when it's -10 would you open the windows in a classroom? Well, because if one person's sick, then the whole class won't get sick. And yeah, why are people wearing masks on the street? Again, because if they get sick, it doesn't mean that it's going to spread rapidly. So yeah, I mean, you know, these were things that I never thought about. I never thought to change in my own life. But having seen how this virus, which is serious, whatever, regardless of what idiots say, and is nothing like cancer or TB or anything else, it's just made me think, well, okay, yeah, we can live with it. I can take your approach, but you have to be willing to make some personal. You can't just think that you can just walk around without a mask and everything will be fine. You have to at least be willing to, yeah, change the way you wash your hands, wear a mask in public places, scan your app when you enter buildings. But there are some people who just, they just want to deny all of this is happening. And it's not a very good, healthy attitude to have. And it means that if these people are still around, as in, you know, they don't get it themselves and they don't suffer, the virus isn't going to go away. But it's good to see. I mean, it does seem like now in the UK, some stricter rules are coming in. Like, people are being handed very heavy fines. So hopefully, COVID-19 will be taken that bit more seriously. But I still find, you know, I still have problems with the way, you know, the message on it has been delivered. from day one when I was covering it in China, it was, this is really serious, you don't want this, it will kill you. Don't take the chance, protect your loved ones. Here, there's been so much concern with just so many like little kind of, you know, it's almost been like it's been up for debate and that, you know, everybody can have their say on it and just idiocy basically. And I feel like we've given people the option to kind of decide how they want to view it as opposed to actually kind of recognising that it is an international emergency. Anyway, sorry, I've been banging on about COVID-19. Clearly to some extent. Oh, sugar, I've got the police after me. That was probably because I hovered around the police station too long. I'll have to find some stars. That was my fault. Oh, God. Oh, no, no, no. Go on, back. Make your life long. Stop running. Stop running. Okay. Well, I know where there's one. That'll just take the heat off. And I'll find some others. And besides, I'm thinking, you know, it's good that I find these anyway because now that I'm getting closer to the end, I really do want to know where I'm kind of looking at. Oh my God, there's so many cops around. Yeah, I do. I'm thinking that this is where I'm going to do the vigilante mission. So let's do this. It would be really good to just know where the stars are and memorise them. God, where's that? I don't want a nightstick up there. Whoa! What did you say? I don't want a nightstick up my ass. Right, come on. Chop, chop. You dick! You dick. Yeah. There we are, there's one. Okay. Right, I can find another one and that will take a lot of the pressure off. I didn't even see how that happened really. Right. Where's another one? If I've only got one, the star will drop off, so, you know, I just literally need to find only one more star. But at least the helicopter's not after me now, so they can shoot at me, but they can't really get to me. Can't touch this. I'm just looking here to see if there's any horseshoes on a balcony. Doesn't look like it. Oh dear. God, you can see them. You can see them. Right, I'm not seeing any star yet. I know I saw a lot because, you know, when I did the, I'm trying to think what the mission was called, the one with the guy on the windscreen. You know, it said that you could like do stunts to get his scare level up, and there was a star over a stunt. So the idea was that you do the stunt in order to get the star. Oh my God! Well, I'm not seeing any stars now. I really need to find out where they are. Oh, there's one under one of the underpasses, I think. But anyway, moving at this speed, in basically whichever direction I can go, will hopefully, oh God, give me a bit more perspective of like areas I might not have been before. I was still trying to look in, sorry, I was trying to look in shelters, bush shelters. Anyway, I'm not having much luck. Come on, I only need one star. I can't believe I've not found one. Oh God, that's the police department again. I don't want to get them after me again. Tell you what though, like I'm amazed that that happened, but when I went into, I've flown around the military base and that's not triggered anything, so no. The mysteries of this game. Mystery. Oh, I've been here. Oh God, they're going to come after me, I better hurry. I'm just trying to find. Come on, memorise. Find a star and then memorise where it is. Also, that's, well, it's grass. I thought that might be water. I wonder if there's any out towards where Millie is. Don't think there are any. I think they're mainly around the centre. Anyway, this is not reassuring that I've not been able to find more than one star. So maybe I shouldn't do it here. Oh no, I think there's one here, isn't there? Yes, there is. Is that? No, it's a clucking bell sign. Okay, that's my eyesight again. I thought there was one here. God, I think I'm going mad. I think it's also because I've not, yeah, as I say, I've not eaten a proper lunch today. I'm probably feeling a bit ratty. Hence my big rant beforehand. But look, as I say, my feelings on COVID-19 have been pretty crystal clear. You know, people can debate with me all they want. They've not listened to, you know, people crying over their family members' deaths, and they've not lived what I have through, you know, just listening to people who've been affected by this. And I think for a lot of bad rep that China gets, it has really showed a united message. It's, you know, all its newspapers, TV stations and everything on this virus being a bad thing for people. And it's just disgusting, really, kind of seeing people go, maybe they faked the numbers or they created this in a lab to smear us. And it's like, no, you didn't do anything. Like, literally, you didn't, you still don't really recognise that this is a killer. What will it take you to understand? It's just like trying to point the blame somewhere because you're feeling powerless. I cannot see any of these stars, although I also can't see any of these horseshoes. But it's made me pick up the pace a bit, at least. Underlay. Shut up! Get quiet. Oh. Come on. Oh, there's one. It's there. Okay, right, there we are. Come on. Oh, I can't. Oh. Right, there we go. Now, basically no one's going to shoot at me now. They're just going to run after me. So eventually they'll just give up. You can do a bit of shooting then. They can if they're within range, but generally I think they'll just not bother. Although they're pretty real out here in Las Venturas. I suppose just like in Las Vegas, you probably see a lot more crime and madness. Oh God, why can't I find a horseshoe? Anyway, yeah, what else can I tell you? Again, you know, I'm trying to kind of give you updates and kind of, you know, what's going on as per the unusual time capsule that I've decided to establish by, there we are, the star rating's gone now, by, yeah, documenting my lockdown adventures while playing GTA. But yeah, as I say, I've not really done much today. I read a bit of the live page. I'm still wondering when the hell we're going to have a press conference, because it feels like cases are on the rise and there are localised lockdowns, but there's not really kind of, you know, there's no kind of shared message on this, and it's all very confusing. I'm just glad that, you know, things carry on as normal here, and I feel safe, and I've got my family close, and just generally I've got all my stuff to be grateful for. But yeah, in terms of what's happening, I don't know, a slow realisation that this could get really bad again. That's what it feels like. But at least punishments are coming in now, and I think they're going to be really heavily enforced. I hope so anyway. So we will see. Don't mind that armour. haven't looked too much around the airport, just on the basis that I remember I found quite a few at the airport already, so I was thinking I doubt there'd be another one. But who knows at this point? As I say, 4 left to get. Anything goes. I'm really trying to scour, like, you know, different places. And just be a little bit more careful as well, like really kind of just pay a bit more attention to places. Even though I'm recording myself, I mean, you know, I've sometimes kind of looked back when I've not been able to find something and kind of taken my eye off the character and kind of looked at, you know, peripheral vision and tried to spot where, you know, there could be one, but no success. It is hard, and I don't know where I'm meant to be going. But we're trying, we are trying, we're really trying. Right, okay, I think we're on the edge of town here. I don't know that they're going to go that far out. Again, I'm kind of thinking, you know, look, there's a entrance to the city. I mean, that's where the quarry is. I don't think they're going to be out here. And also, I think I'd have seen them on the road, so who knows. But then the snapshots, they weren't technically in the city. You know, they were kind of facing the city. So I don't know. But yeah, this felt like the right thing to do today, to look for an extra. But yeah, if you've seen me doing this yesterday, I was like, no, can't be bothered, hate it. It was just pain. And also, yeah, I mean, today, plumber was working quite late as well, so I don't really want to be playing too late. I think what I'm going to do is have my dinner, watch the final episode of Prison Break, maybe, and then I'll put my pyjamas on and I'll just sit and read in bed, I think. I'm wondering about, because the thing is I've obviously not got a shower or a bath or anything at the moment, and I already feel disgusting not having, just not being able to have a wash. I just don't feel like I don't feel right. So I was half tempted to kind of, I really need to wash my body more than anything, but like, I was thinking I might wash my hair. That'll feel a little bit less gross, but I don't know, maybe I should just go another day. I mean, to be fair, you know, once upon a time when I was living in China, I could go days on end, you know, living the expat dream and just think, oh, sod it, you know, we'll just, the adventure comes first. I'm sure I'll have a nice hot shower at some point. But yeah, now that I have returned, I've got my own place. The idea of having a sponge bath really doesn't appeal. At the same time, not having a wash full stop doesn't appeal either, so I'll have a think. But I'm not exerting, you know, much pressure to work up a sweat or anything because I've not been doing my exercise. I've been lazy as. Right, well, we're still having bad luck. And heaven knows I'm trying. Where the bloomin' heck are they? Oh god, this is so frustrating. Seriously, if you'd have heard me playing yesterday as well, I was just kind of huffing and puffing and going, oh god. Because that is really like, you know, that's what it feels like now when you're playing this and like trying to find the extras. It's not particularly fun, it's just full on like, why can't I do it? Why can't I find those remaining ones? And it's the knowledge that, you know, it's not like there's one, there's multiple ones. So like even with the tags, I mean there's 2 tags left to get out of 90, you know, I've managed to get 98. And you're like, right, there are 2 left. That is 2 places in the map, somewhere. It's not just like one isolated spot. somewhere they are to be found. You just can't find it. You're just like, why am I so useless? Where am I missing? Which little part am I missing? And then, yeah, whenever you find one, it's like as if that was like right in the open, or how did I not spot that? Or I must have, travelled there a million times. So this is the mood we're in. Trying, looking, hoping to fly. Oh, there's a star as well, so that's good to know. So I found 3. There's one for the stunt that would be really hard to get to, but that's good to know about. And then there's one under a bridge somewhere, and then there's the one on an underpass, and then there's the one I got initially, which I remember because it's like really close to the Four Dragons Casino. So yeah, that's at least 4 stars that I know of here. As I say, there's quite a few stars, so that would help as I start taking out these criminals, just keeping the cops off my back. But there's still a time limit to contend with, which is going to make it quite tricky.
Damn, you got flies?
I'll have to speak to my mum as well this evening, and she'll want to talk for hours, I can guarantee. I spoke to her yesterday briefly, and then ended up speaking to her again. And she tried to ring me, and I was like, you literally rang me about half an hour ago. But yeah, anyway, all good. Just going to update her on what's going on. And yeah, I'm so grateful I've got my family close by. Oh God, I've got to remember, I've got to send my grandma a present. It's, yeah, when I was talking to her, just, talking about, how am I coping working from home? I don't know, it almost feels like, I don't know if I mentioned this on the last episode or whether I mentioned it on one of the ones that I didn't save, but you open apps like Instagram and they're all, it's these kind of, all of the kind of socialites and Love Island rejects and all these kind of celebrities wanting to tell you that you've got to be going out to spas and like living the dream and like basically acting like life is back at normal, because basically they work in PR, so they've got to sell products in order to pay their wages. Yeah, like literally it's like I don't really see that many celebrities talking about how good it is to actually just stay home, and enjoy your home and spend time with your family. You don't see that at all from any kind of young people. Maybe it's harder for them to stay afloat, or maybe there's not enough kind of, I don't know, maybe it's not as popular or whatever, maybe, I don't know, but I just don't think there's any good role models who are really kind of putting this idea, which a lot of people are quite, having a good time working from home and just having a good time being at home. I don't think there's a lot of that really reflected. I mean, I find it amazing when I open like the Daily Mail app and it's just like loads of celebs back to walking to nowhere, about to go to a bar or a club or whatever, and it's like, really? Really? Anyway, tell you what, God, I feel sorry for you in advance that, if I manage to actually find a horseshoe after all this, you're going to have to listen to me really laying into quite a lot of people. But hey, I'm not perfect. I've said this before. One of the things that I think is quite, I think a lot of BBC journalists struggle with is they try to be liked by everyone, whereas I don't. I'm an arse. I know that, I'm not going to please everyone. So there. Sorry. But yeah, at least one thing that, I still get it anyway from like trolls and such, but I think it's very difficult to accuse me of being fake. I'm too lazy. Oh God, why can't I find a horseshoe? Why? Where are they? God's sake. Oh, I hope it's not going to be soon that you are starting to lose weight, like Klaxon. Because I'm really trying here. I just feel like I'm going back to the same places now as well. I'm trying to think somewhere else. You've been in and out of all these houses. I don't think there's going to be one here. Where else could there be one? No, I'm still thinking these kind of like housing estate areas or the warehouse construction areas or something, you know. Where have I missed? Where could they be? Yeah, sorry, I've probably got my nose really close to the screen as well. I think it's just because I've not been on my PC all day, so I've not kind of got used to the screen. I really don't know. I really don't know now. And I can't believe there's 4 to get. 4. Why can't I find them? Where are they? Who knows? No! Come on, surely. Anyway, as I say, the only reason I'm slightly ratty is because I've not eaten. Well, that and, you know, the general kind of feeling that a lot of people feel there can be a lot more authoritative on this virus that nobody in the world understands, even scientists, which is why we've not got a vaccine yet. At least we've got ways of treating it based on what's, you know, the number of cases that people have seen so far and, you know, the way that clinical trials have gone. But yeah, there's always some dude in front of a computer who thinks, oh, I know everything about this. It ain't gonna kill me because I'm an expert. Yeah, heaven forbid I actually do this. You're gonna listen to all this. Ah. Come on, Kerry. Come on, you can do it. You can find one. Frustrating. So frustrating, I can't see them. Where on earth are they? So I don't want to get out of Las Venturas. I want to stay in Las Venturas. Oh God, I've got the stupidest song in my head as well. The plumbers have had this radio on today. They've been playing some like proper kind of like throwback stuff that I used to listen to at university. Oh no, I didn't find it and I'm starting to lose weight. And I've got in my head the OC theme. California, California, which is normally what, you know, they'd be playing in the club at about 3 o'clock in the morning, which is a sign that, yeah, you need to go home. That, the Baywatch theme, oh, what are they called? The band that do, oh, let love can set you free, set you free.
Get away from me.
Trance, I think. I'm going to look that up after I'm done. I should be done now, really, but I'm having one last in vain effort to try and find these. Really trying, really trying. Hoping, really hoping I can find one. Have a look in here. What else do they used to play in the club at like stupid o'clock? God, just terrible song. Oh, Mr. Brightside. I'm coming out of my cage, you know I'm doing just fine. And then of course, Born Slippy by God, who did Born Slippy? Underworld, I think. God, I'm gonna look both these up after I'm done. I hope I'm just not committing like, you know, music like sacrilege. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have to jack it in. I think this is yet another day where I'm gonna have to admit defeat. No horseshoes have been found. I have scoured high and far and my muscle is dropping off me. Just like in real life because I've been lazy as anything. God. Oh, I just want to try a little bit longer. Just push it out that little bit more. I hope that I can find one, but I'm really starting to think now maybe they're on the outskirts of town somewhere. You know, maybe I need to kind of expect that they're not in Las Venturas. They're kind of just leaving Las Venturas. Didn't see one there, did I? There's some grey stuff in the grass, but not horseshoe. Oh God! Right, I'll have a look in this tunnel. I doubt there's going to be one because that looks like it's leaving Las Venturas to me, but all bets are off. Ah, train! No, nothing. Nothing, not a sausage. Right, the Las Venturas sign. I feel like I got one here originally, but you know, there's a part of me kind of thinking it's still quite a distinctive kind of sign. Maybe there'd be something. Not by the looks of it. That was the same tunnel, was it? Or was that a different one? Oh, I don't want to go in the exact same tunnel. I think I'm going mad. Anyway, nothing. Back we go. God, I've gone really cold now. I put my new radiator on. Just want to try a little bit more. Just do it. I want to find those goddamn horseshoes. I'm looking if there's one in a palm tree or anything. Or a sandbank. There's got to be one around here, surely. Golf course, maybe. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't win. Where the hell are they? Oh man. I'll tell you what, I'm thinking next time I'm going to come back and have a look here. Just on the basis that I might have missed one hole or something, but I feel like I've done this thoroughly. I feel like I've had a good explore of the golf course. And I'm not winning. I need to go and make that food, make some pasta. It's a quick pasta, it's just like broccoli and... Oh yeah, I'm not going to have time to go to the shop either for garlic, so yeah. I need Just lots of chilies instead. But I'm definitely not seeing any. And I feel like I've had a good Sorolog. Yes, I know my muscles dropping off me, I know. God's sake. Blinking hell. Really? Yeah, I think it's for everybody's benefit that I basically just like turn this off now. Just end the game. Just stop. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the military base. I've got my nerve today. I'm going to do it. I don't think there's one here, is there? I think we've already got one in the tennis courts. Yeah, I can see my muscles dropping off me, but what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to land in the military base, run around, getting shot at, and then quit. Because I keep thinking about it and then losing my bottle, even though, you know, I know I'm not going to save. I should just do it. Just do it! All I want to do is do it. Right. Here we go. Oh, there's a warehouse. I can go in there. Well, that is a possibility then. Okay. Well, that's opened up some ideas. Oh. I'm not... Okay, I'm doing it again. I'm literally not... I'm not going to end up, like, landing because I've realised that there's a new area that I've not been into where... There is one! There is one! Yes! Yes! Excellent. Okay, right. Well, sorry, it looks like you're going to have to put with my ranting after all then. Oh, man. Well, that was good. That was good. It was unexpected, but we made it. So, yeah, 3 more to get now. Oh, I'm pleased about that. I was just, you know what? It was one of those things. I'll probably go back there again at a later date, but I just kept on thinking, how is it there's a massive restricted area where you can kind of move around and I've not been able to see a horseshoe, like at all? It's a big area. So, yeah, that answers my question. It was there, I just didn't explore it properly. So, yeah, excellent. Pleased about that. Now I've got to find somewhere to save quickly. Yeah, go and make some food. Right, anyway, there's somewhere I can save up here. Oh man, I'm hungry now. Hungry and ratty. More ratty than usual. Well, I'm losing all that muscle. Anyway, here we are. Sorted. Right, okay, well, as I say, it's not going to push my percentage up, but it's one of the extras that we need, so somewhat pleased about that. That's 94.12, yep. So, yep, extra horseshoe, all good. God, I'm freezing now. Yeah, I'm literally going to put a jumper on, go and make some food, and then, yeah, I'm going to literally just sit in bed and read until I fall asleep. Anyway, yeah, another day, getting a little bit close to my goal, slowly but surely. But yeah, We'll see how we get on tomorrow. I might do a mission, might not. Might try and find extras, but we'll see.